Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your May 2020 general reading. Thank you for joining me. This is Tina's Tarot. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I appreciate all your support in advance, so thank you for coming and joining me, and let's get into your reading. I'm very excited. Okay. So what I do is I pull 9 cards and then I clarify, sometimes with 2 or 3 cards on the 9 cards. Okay, what do we have? Okay. Great. Sagittarius, we have you. Well, this is Leo, but you guys always are so fiery that when I see the sun, I think of Sagittarius. So this is showing me that you have a lot of warmth and positivity in your life right now. Maybe beating all the odds, especially with what's going on in the world today, that you're really just being able to see, you're keeping positive, optimistic. And this card also has a childlike quality to it, especially with that little child on the horse. So maybe you're kind of going back to your roots a little and tapping into that inner joy and child and just having some fun. This is growth, expansion, illumination. This is what I would call a great way to start your reading. All right, so we start with the sun. Could be Leo energy, but I think this is just you feeling really good. Ooh, we got a card. You know what's funny? There's a card mixed up in here that doesn't belong to the deck, and it's the sun card in another deck. So you got a double whammy of sun. Wow. All right. You are on fire. I think I might have to call it this depending where this reading goes. So great. Let's see what we have next for Sagittarius. Okay. Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. She is the mother of the tarot deck, or one of the mothers, I should say. She's very warm and generous, just like the sun itself. I see this as you looking deeply into what makes your source of joy and happiness and creation. So I think you're moving toward really good, healthy, positive energy. I think this is you doing what's right for you, health-wise even, drinking water, eating healthy, whatever that is to you, but just keeping your spirits up and health-wise, great. Everything is really looking great. Let's see, what else can I tell you about Queen of Cups? Generous soul, very intuitive. Okay, what else do we have for Cancer? I say Cancer, I meant Sagittarius. Okay, so we have the moon here. So we have the sun and the moon, and we have the Queen of Cups in between. So light to darkness with the Queen of Cups sitting in between. I really feel like there's a lot coming to the surface for you. And I think you're really trying to feel it out with this Queen of Cups card. There's a lot of emotion buried that's coming to the surface, being illuminated by the sun. I think this emotional, fluid energy coming to the surface. There is this little crab guy over here, and you see him coming to the earth. And what that means is the emotional stirrings is coming up. So while you may be in this energy of positivity and growth and expansion, I think this new moon energy coming up to the surface is also maybe even giving you some anxiety about your own desires. I mean, these are beautiful energies, including the moon, but I think it might even give you a little anxiety that when you feel and sense what your emotions are telling you, the tide that they're taking. It might even surprise you what your true desire is. I think you might be even tapping into something deeper than than where you're used to plunging. Your depths are deeper, they might even be a little darker, and they're coming to the surface. Again, not a bad thing, but it's something to be aware of. With the sun and the moon here, I feel like it's a lot of moody energy, a lot of just a lot of powerful, potent energy is what I'm trying to say. Three of Pentacles. So as we talked about the Queen of Cups in creating, where you're going with this moon and the Three of Pentacles is there's this upward movement of mobility, of working with either it could be just a higher spiritual power that you're moving up in awareness. If it's that kind of building that we're looking at, I mean, even though these are pentacles, it doesn't just have to be just the hard work that's grounded. I think it could just be that higher awareness. You might also be building in a direction that is unknown to you. The moon, to me, is sometimes a question mark card. It's just, we don't know. It's a mystery. So as you create in with whatever positive energy this is, not whatever positive energy, but with this beautiful, abundant energy, let maybe the tides take you where you want to go. It might just be you want to create something, like I always say write a book or make a movie, but it could be building a family. It could be knocking down those walls of limitation where you thought, maybe the Three of Pentacles is where you could only make it to, but there's the Four, the Five, the Six, blah, 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 on and on. So I think you're leaning in this new mystical, mysterious direction, which is fun and exciting, but again, it might give you some anxiety. Oh, I'm just going to say this real quick. I'm updating my audio equipment, so it's going to get a little loud because I don't have the best equipment right now, but wait another week or so and it'll be better. So it's going to sound like a spaceship is taking off in the background. Okay, so the next card is like the heart of the reading, so I always take that to mean a little bit more. Or not more, but it's the heart of the reading, so it has a little bit more significance or weight to it. Oh, okay, wow. So we have a King of Pentacles here. This is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is a very giving spirit. Let me just put this here. I don't necessarily see it as a relationship just yet, or it doesn't have to be. It can be, it doesn't have to be. You could be building something with somebody, sure. There's a possibility of a connection through a business, some work-related thing. This could be a boss. It could also be that you are just feeling very abundant and powerful and stable in your own energy, and you're really ready to create something big. The King of Pentacles can symbolize a big leap in your success. Something that is like the top dog dream that you've had. It's not just, not that being a teacher is anything wrong with that. I'm just saying maybe it's you really want to plant the seed to something that you've been dreaming about. Right here, that you've been dreaming and longing for. So this might be the time to go for it, especially during this weird quarantine, time, because I think it actually gave people a little bit more the ability to do new things that they couldn't, because maybe they were always working that 9 to 5 job, and now they're finding I can do other things. I have a little bit more time. They broke out of that schedule, and now they can do something new. So let's see where this goes. Okay. We have the World. So like I just said, some big energy, some new big energy that we're working with here. This is, I really feel like for you, you are on the brink of something. You're closing out of this past cycle that could have been within your energy within the last 10, 20 years. Maybe, if you believe in it, even lifetimes. I think you're starting a whole new book, not just a chapter, a whole new book. It's 2020, we're moving on. Okay, this year definitely came in with a vengeance. Didn't expect this. However, this too shall pass, as they say. I really think that you have something big going on. I mean, in the first 6 cards, we have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas, 4 if we count the second sun. I mean, you got 2 suns in your reading right up front. You know, that's huge. So I think you got a lot going on, and this is a lot of potential growth, and I don't even know, it just feels like so much. It's heavy, but heavy in like a really good way. Not like, oh, like it's dragging you down. It's like you're going places. Going places. I'm so excited for you. This is pretty intense. You don't want it to stop. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Wands. So sure, this is really passionate, fiery beginning. It's an ace, so it's the wand, but like I said, to go to the World to the Ace of Wands, you're closing out of something, and then something else comes in. I mean, yeah, and it could be your love life, is taking off. I mean, who wouldn't love a King of Pentacles? He seems like a great guy. Why not, right? But, and it falls right under the 3, so you're working on this building. I mean, this almost reminds me of just like a candle itself. It's like, here's the wand and the fire energy from the sun. There's so much possibility and potential with the Ace of Wands, that let your imagination go. Run with it. There's no holding back. Not now, it's too late. The door has closed. You're moving on, onward, upward, over that fence, over that hill, over that mountain. Okay, I think the spaceship is taking off now if you haven't heard it, so. If you haven't already heard it, I'm just saying. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, oh my goodness, I can't. So we have a Sagittarius energy here. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the 6 of Wands. Your success is so driven. Your motivation is so driven. You are just, the direction is just, it's not even just a direction, it's a whole new experience for you. I think this is the time to grow. I mean, you're fertile, you're strong, you're passionate. I think you've reached this point of success and you know it. I mean, even if you haven't actually reached success, if money or something is success in your book, I don't think it's money necessarily. I mean, it can be, who knows? But, I think this is just a time of feeling really good. And I think you know it. I think you know that this is the time. Harness this energy and go with it. And then last but not least, before we start clarifying, only 15 minutes in. King of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. So, I think, let's see. I think you're leading with your heart. I think you're following your heart. You're letting yourself dream. This is the letting yourself dream. The moon can sometimes produce some fears and anxieties, but the Knight of Cups just kind of walks right through it slowly. It's like a gander through his subconscious, and he just dreams and imagines the way he wants things to be. It might not even make sense to the rest of the world. It's a card of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I think this is the mentality you're harnessing now, is that in order to get somewhere, you have to free up the spirit to dream. So, okay, well, that's your reading. I'm going to go in and clarify now, okay? I say that a lot. I've noticed after listening to these recordings, I go, okay, just ignore me. Ignore it when I say that. All right, so we already clarified the sun with the sun, but let's just do it again. That'd be weird if we got a third sun. Knight of Rods. So we have the Knight of Cups, now the Knight of Rods. All right, so some fiery energy. This is the start. I mean, you're on a mission. You're on a mission. I don't know what it is. I hope one of you, can one person write a comment and just say, oh my God, yeah, it's my dream to do this, and I'm actually doing it. The Knight of Rods, the only what's the word I'm looking for? The only warning I have with this card is often the Knight of Wands starts out really excited, amped to get something done, but rarely does he complete it. Okay, so he's kind of like that really fun in and out energy. So if this is you, if this reading is really just talking about you and your success and something you really want to do, remember that you have to walk through the fire. All right, you can't just touch the fire and run away, and maybe that's also your fear, is that you're going to get so far with something and then not go through with it. So don't stop yourself up. The Knight of Wands definitely has the capacity for completion, but I think if you're aware of that, if that's a detriment to you, if that's your pitfall, see through it. Maybe use the Queen of Cups energy to really harness that, deeper, watery strength that might help you through it. Queen of Cups, sorry. Queen of Cups. You have the World again. God, these cards are so pretty. I love it. Yeah, well, it's definitely it's go time. I think you've even channeled this with the Queen of Cups. I think you knew this was coming. I always say with the Queen of Cups, she just knows, there's no logic behind it. If she had to prove in a court of law why something is, she couldn't tell you. Her only answer would be, I don't know, I just felt that way. I'm a Cancer, so I always say that. A lot of times I can't prove things. I don't actually have hard facts. But she just felt that this ending was coming. I think you've learned all your lessons at this point. I think it's time to graduate from whatever it is and move on. You've reached completion. Let's get another card for Cancer. Two of Cups. Sure, I mean, this could be a love reading, absolutely. It's just not screaming that out at me at this point. I think this is just you're mirroring your energy. You're going with your energy. You are listening to yourself. You're feeling your way through. You're lifting your spirits and moving through this very balanced, beautiful energy. If this is a love reading, okay, so maybe you are in a new stage of your life. It could be, marriage. You're building something with maybe the King of Pentacles, and maybe that kind of gives you some anxiety. Is that like you're moving on to maybe a more committed relationship? Maybe there's a little fear there, but there's definitely love. So it's beautiful. What is this moon about? For Sagittarius, why is this moon here? Seven of Cups. So, I think when we talk about anxiety with the moon, there's this daydreaminess, maybe, like I said, kind of getting off track with whatever your project is. Maybe there's this fear that you'll get distracted and you're not going to, reach finality with whatever project it is. You're not going to reach its completion. So, and I think when you have fear of getting distracted or not completing something, really it's not the fear of not getting something done, it's the fear of failure. I think that's why. And Sagittarians, as I know you guys to be, are very fiery, like go-getters. Like nothing stops you. Like you're kind of fearless and adventurous. So I think to the fear of not doing something or getting something right or finished or getting distracted or getting confused is a serious fear. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's get another card out. Maybe it'll help us figure out, where to go with that fear, how to channel it. And maybe that's it. You just channel it with the Queen of Cups. You channel it by, nourishing what your desires by being focused. Okay, so all right, let's stop there for a sec. Sorry. You channel it by focusing on one cup. You don't look at all of them. Maybe Sagittarians can get a little unfocused. So I think you bring yourself back to that Cancerian energy and focus and channel your energy through some emotional strength. Because if you're not going to get it by fire, because fire is very fast and action oriented, that I think the water energy will actually slow you down a bit. And you'll perhaps even get more in touch with your emotions, and you'll understand why you even wanted this project or whatever this is. Even in this relationship, if it's a relationship reading, maybe if you have the fear of like you want other people, and maybe you have to go back into your emotions and say, no, this is why I love this person. This is why, this is right. Because Sagittarians they love their freedom. Justice. So now we have two major arcanas in this pile, and Justice tells me that it's going to be okay. It's going to balance out. Don't get too caught up in these fears. I think, like we said, this is the time for you. You have two world cards, so you're closing out of something. So the universe knows that it's time. That these scales are balancing, the sword is up there, and the sword represents action. So it's time for you to take action. You can no longer just stay in the Knight of Rods or Wands energy where it's just fun and whatever. You're getting the notch is being lifted, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, where are we? We're already at 24 minutes. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. So there is a choice maybe you have to make. This card is sometimes seen as restoring, peace But you know, I do actually see it more as a choice in what direction you want to take this, how you want to build something. It's almost like, what material do you want to build with? How do you want to build something? Which way? What is your strategy? So this is a whole blueprint that needs to be sketched out. This is a whole makeover. You're starting from scratch. You have like the two world cards here. So there's going to be, but again, this is a card that tells me that, it's not such a mental process. You're going to have to rely on the Queen of Cups a lot, I think, to get you through this. That's going to be your strong suit. Okay, maybe here's that fear of failure again, where in the past things haven't worked out. But remember, the Justice is here, and it's kind of bringing things back around to even it out. And you have these two cups, and they're already here, so it's waiting for you. Right like that. Okay, so there's this fear, maybe you feel like almost paralyzed with, you're not sure what to do. Don't look back on those cups, because that's not really, there's so much more opportunity. If you even look, this person is looking off to the side. You're not even seeing the rest of these like amazing cards that we have here for you. King of Pentacles. What is the King of Pentacles about, please? King of Pentacles. All right, could be a wedding. All right. Well, showed me up. Maybe this is a love reading. Who knows? But no, it doesn't. Again, it doesn't have to be. But this is really stable energy. There's something to celebrate here. Again, I keep saying it over and over again, but there's completion. There's something that's being celebrated. It's like a graduate. Didn't I say earlier? I'm like, you're like graduating. You're going on to the next phase of your life. And then Six of Cups. This is really generous, compassionate energy. It is about home life, getting back to your childhood, or maybe getting back to like childish ways. It could talk about a soulmate. Look at all these yellows. Look how pretty and vibrant these yellows are on these cards. It really displays how vibrant your life is right now. And if it's not, I mean, it will turn around. Turn around. I'm just kidding, I won't sing. All right, the World card. So here's one of the World cards. We had one earlier. What is this one going to tell us? Okay, I'm going to shuffle. I couldn't get like my good grip. Okay, oh my God. This reading, I swear to God, I don't even know what to name it. The World, okay. And now you're the Fool again. You're starting over. I mean, this is like tarot for dummies, I feel like. So it's just so easy to read. Okay, so yeah, it's like you're jumping through another door. It's this new energy. We have the first card of the Major Arcana to the last card of the Major Arcana. You're beginning something new. Closing out of one thing, beginning something new. Beautiful. I don't mean to hurry along, but I definitely don't want to make this video too long. Using your instinct and going for whatever. And look, the Fool is jumping right into there. So this is... Okay, we got two more cards for this. So the Hermit and the Two of Wands. Seeking wisdom. I think you've healed from like your past experiences in life, and this is what allowed you to make it to this higher realm. And you're choosing this new path. It's a whole new life path. I swear, if the card of Cancer, the Chariot, comes out there, I'm gonna pass out. I swear to God. That would be crazy. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay, so a Sagittarian really needs to comment and like tell me like I've lost my mind. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, you have this new wand because this is really funny because you're moving forward. Your ego, everything that you have learned up to this point in your life, it has been structured and you've navigated your way through to this point. And now you have this new beginning. So like this ego like falls away. Like you've constructed this self and now the world card comes in and it gives you this new beginning. Oh my God. So weird. All right, let's clarify the Chariot. 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 7 of Wands. So you're really going for it. This is you're moving with fiery energy. This is something that you're going to work for. And I'm actually really happy to see the 7 of Wands because the Knight of Rods kind of scares me sometimes because it's kind of wishy-washy. But the 7 of Wands tells me that this is no joke. Like you get it. Like you know that like you're gonna like power through. Knight of Pentacles, and this clarifies the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So Knight of Pentacles. I think that also will temper your speed with the Knight of Rods. And if this is another person, I mean, this is a great knight to work with. So if we have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So if you're working with earth energy, this is great because it will ground your fire energy a little, and it will slow you down a little to reach more acceptable speeds. It'll be a little bit more routine and methodical, and you can get the job done in maybe even more enjoyable ways because you're slowed down. And then we have the King of Swords. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of people over here. If this is another energy, the King of Swords right here, this could be a father figure. I don't want somebody to stand in your way. I don't know who that person would be, but I mean, it could be anybody. This could be the boss. Who knows? This could be your dad. It could be your mom. Who knows? But maybe it's somebody who's not always the nicest. I mean, I always see King of Swords. It's not always being the most pleasant person, just because they can be kind of cold and detached. And I see maybe that you might kind of butt heads along the way with somebody. Maybe that's one of your fears too, is that somebody might kind of, get in your way. If that's the case, I think you need to remain reasonable and grounded. Don't go after and attack this person. I think you just kind of got to move past this person with some elegance and mannerism, some manners, and just get past this person as cleanly as possible. Okay. I mean, really, this is the only card I see that might be kind of like a bump in your journey. And then we have the Knight of Cups. And this is 3 of Swords, sorry. So it does end on the Knight of Cups. So, if this was somebody who in their past who's like a lover and there was heartbreak, maybe it was this King of Swords who kind of wants to like jump back in on your path and kind of like put up a fight or something. I don't know, but if he's coming back around to suddenly offer his cup, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Let's see what we have for the last. I don't really, believe it or not, I'm not spending much time on this because I just don't think it's that much it's that big of a deal to worry about. I don't want to, go into it because I feel like the whole other reading, the other 5,000 cards here are absolutely amazing. So you know, I don't want to spend too much time on that one. And this will be the last card of the reading. So what do we have for Sagittarius? The Empress. And it doesn't get any effing better than that. So yeah, like I said, whatever this energy is right here, I don't really worry about it. I think you're already here. You're already here. You have this sun. You have two suns. You're just scorching. You're on fire. The Empress brings in with her love and abundance and amazing beauty and strength and sexuality. That's always fun too. This is your reading. You just run with it. If you have a dream, I have like a bug here. Sorry, get out of here. Go. Ah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's so much greatness here. I hope you were able. I'm sorry about that bug. There's a stink bug. Hey, I think there's a sign for you too. I don't know. All right. Thank you. Or is it a ladybug? I don't know. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.